Thank you for joining me here today, and happy Father's Day. This here is actually a continuation of the first Batman story I wrote and put up for Mother's Day. So if you haven't watched that video, please click on Batman Mother's Night in the description below before you proceed into this one. That way you get the full story. As I mentioned in the first video, I am not a voice actor, so please focus more on the story than on my voice acting. I hope you enjoy. Batman, Father's Day. Busy streets of Gotham, middle of the morning. Approaching a car with its windows rolled down, we hear the radio. So don't forget to tune in to watch as the City of Gotham presents its Child Welfare Award in a couple of hours on Gotham News Network. Now, on to sports. This past weekend, the Gotham yellow school buses crossed in front of the car. We followed the buses down the street toward a large building with the giant letters G and N on display. Dozens more buses are unloading hundreds of children to enter the GNN headquarters. An old black Rolls Royce pulls up and out steps Bruce Wayne. Reporters on the scene abandon their coverage of the children and all begin to crowd the young billionaire. Avoiding the swarm of media, Bruce rushes his way inside the building alongside the children, leaving the cameras and reporters to bring their focus back to the kids exiting the buses. Dark rooms with only flashlights giving off any light. We see figure after figure in these different dark rooms planting explosives in strategic areas. Each room has 3 figures, one planting the explosive, one holding the flashlight, and one standing guard. Each of these figures has an automatic weapon hanging from their shoulder. After he has finished planting his bomb, one of the figures turns toward the light and nods, his face covered by a clown mask. Looks like we're all set down here. Very good. Since the setup is all laid out, we'll just hold tight until it's time to release the punchline. A large auditorium within GNN, half filled with Gotham's elite and the other half filled with Gotham's orphans. A woman stands behind a podium in the middle of the stage, and we hear her speak. And now, for the man of the hour, representing the Wayne Foundation and Wayne Enterprises, Bruce Wayne! The crowd erupts on both sides of the auditorium. The elites to gain favor with the richest among them, but the children, because they know this man funds much of what they do and where they live. The children see him as a hero and idolize him. From behind the curtain on the left side of the stage, Bruce Wayne appears and approaches the podium. The woman gives him a double cheek kiss before making her leave. Bruce stands at the podium, looking at all the cameras pointed in his direction. He looks at the elites and then over at the children, and he smiles and begins to talk. I'm sure each of you knows me by my family business. I'm not sure if you know who I am. A little girl a few rows back stands up. You're Bruce Wayne! Your name is on my house! Yes, my name is probably on quite a few of your houses. A bunch of the kids cheer and shout out. Now you may know me for my family name, or for the business with my name on it. But the places I am most proud to see my name on are the St. Swithin's Homes for Boys and Girls and the Arkham Boys and Girls Rehabilitation Homes. He pauses for a moment. You see, kids, I, like you, am an orphan. I lost my parents at a very young age to the streets of Gotham. I know what it feels like to long for parents that aren't there. I was, however, lucky enough to have a lot of money and a good friend to help me grow into the man you see here today. That is why I see it only fitting to use a large portion of my vast wealth to see to it that you all have every possible advantage I can give you, and why I've talked these fine people on the other side of the auditorium into also helping fund future projects and places to live for each of you. Under my watch and the care of everyone here, Gotham's children shall never feel alone. The crowd cheers and applauds as Bruce makes his way off the stage, waving to everyone in the audience. Just as he disappears behind the curtain, he backs up to the stage once again, with his hands held up in compliance. The Joker can be seen following him from behind the curtain with a large revolver pointed at him. The crowd rises to their feet and begin to run from the auditorium, but Joker's henchmen hold them at gunpoint and have them return to their seats.
Thank you for taking your seats. Now how about another hand for nice Mr. Wayne's rousing speech?
The audience sits silently in fear.
I said clap!
The audience does what they are told.
Now isn't that so much better? Thank you, Bruce, for all you have done for Gotham's orphans, including my son, who, as you can see, isn't really an orphan at all. You see, my Harley has been in quite a state since our son was stolen from us on the day of his birth. So Gotham has an opportunity to return the child to his proper place, or I will rip all of Gotham's children from this world, starting with the precious little bundles here in attendance. And because I've seen how Gotham truly treats its orphans in the past, I have your wealthy here as well, because I know you won't let anything happen to them.
One henchman takes a couple of steps closer to another. Hey, weren't we supposed to be here to rob these rich assholes?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
The second henchman steps forward and shouts out at the Joker.
Hey, Mr. Joker. Sir, I thought we was just coming here to rob these rich assholes. I didn't come here to hurt no kids.
The Joker points his revolver at him, pulls the trigger without any hesitation.
There really is no honor among Gotham's underworld anymore, is there? First, they try to kill a pregnant woman while the father is locked behind bars. And now they don't even want to help a poor family reunite. You can rob them when I'm done here.
As the Joker begins to return to the cameras, a man from the elites section of the auditorium stands up. You can take all of my money and jewelry, and just let me go. You have no reason to keep me here. They don't really care about me out there, while you have all these kids here. So what do you say you just let me go? The Joker jumps from the stage and runs up the stairs towards the man.
So, you're saying I can have all of your money and jewelry?
The man nods.
Then I can just let you go, because you're not worth anything at all.
The man again nods.
Okay then, give me your jewelry and wallet.
The man does so and begins to walk away from his chair. The Joker grabs him by the shoulder, shoves the man's watch and rings into the man's mouth, and smacks him with the revolver. The man falls down into his seat, and the Joker climbs on top of him, shoves the man's wallet into the man's mouth, and repeatedly smashes it into the back of the man's throat. The man chokes on the wallet and jewelry, and quickly dies in his chair, covered in his own blood. The Joker wipes the man's blood on the man's clothes before getting up and returning to the stage. While all of this was happening, Bruce makes his way off stage while all eyes and cameras were on the Joker. Bruce picks up a phone in a nearby office and dials a number.
Don't do anything.
A moment later.
Yes, I have a plan.
Bruce hangs up the phone and holds his finger up to his ear. Are you watching the broadcast? Good. Are you on your way? Good. Then I'll meet you in 5. Back on stage, the Joker once again addresses the cameras.
Okay, now Gotham. You as a whole have an hour to return to me my son, or everyone in this and the surrounding buildings dies.
A dark room in one of the higher level floors of GNN headquarters. Bruce paces back and forth until a thud comes from outside a floor-to-ceiling window of the office he is in. Robin can be seen outside the window, and he uses a tool to cut through the glass and enter the office. Robin removes a large duffel bag from his shoulder as Bruce begins to remove his suit. As Bruce begins to change and become Batman, he and Robin talk. So, what's the plan? The auditorium has 4 main entrances that we cannot go through if we plan on keeping everyone safe. That's usually the case. So, where are we entering? This auditorium was originally built for GNN to sponsor a performance of The Phantom of the Opera. That means there should be a couple of trap doors above the stage and auditorium that would have been used to lower the Phantom and other props during the show. So, we go to the floor above the auditorium, find those doors, and sneak in from above. Exactly. Joker sits on the stage, looking agitated.
Well, Gotham, I see you didn't really care much about these children, but I thought you would want to save your rich.
Joker stands up and shoots a couple of the elites. As the rest of the people gasp, he approaches one of the cameras.
You see what you make me do? Those are only a few deaths. You can avoid a few hundred more if you just bring me my goddamn son.
Joker pulls out his pocket watch.
You have 15 minutes more.
Above him and everyone else, unbeknownst to them, Batman and Robin make their way through the trapdoors and onto the lighting rigs of the auditorium. Batman watches the henchmen as they begin to become visibly nervous and squirmy. It is obvious these people aren't looking to die for Joker's cause. Batman listens closely to the henchmen. Hey, I'm about to get the hell out of here. I'm not looking to die today. Me either, man. I'm about to get out of here too. Back on stage, the Joker is visibly furious.
That's it, Gotham. You have 1 minute to bring me my son or this whole place goes boom.
1 minute? I'm out of here. He begins to rush out of the auditorium and is quickly followed by the rest of the henchmen.
Cowards!
Joker raises his revolver and shoots the remaining bullets at retreating henchmen, hitting one of them in the back. As he does so, Batman and Robin jump down from the ceiling. Robin begins to rush people out as Batman confronts Joker.
Bats! One more step and we all go boom.
Don't do it, Joker. I can tell you where your son is. Joker pauses for a moment in shock. This hesitation gives Batman all the time he needs to strike Joker with a batarang and wrestle the detonator from his hand. Joker kneels down and holds his bleeding arm.
Joke's on me for believing a filthy liar like you.
No, I do know what happened to your son. Joker raises himself to hear what Batman has to say. I'm sorry, but your son didn't survive the birth.
What?
His normal smile fades from his face. I don't know if it was natural or if it was from the stress of the night, but the child did not survive the labor. I'm sorry. Nobody deserves to hear this news. Not even you.
No.
Joker falls to his knees and sobs. Tears stream down his face as he flows between loud sobs and crazed laughter. Batman drops to a knee and places a hand on the Joker's shoulder. I don't get the joke. I can't see the punchline, Bats.
There is no joke this time. I'm sorry.
Joker continues to sob as Gotham PD make their way into and through the auditorium to collect him. Batman and Robin step out of the Batmobile and into the cave. You okay, Bruce? Yeah, I'm fine. You just go get some rest. Robin begins to head back to the manor, but Batman stops him as he passes. Batman grabs Robin by the shoulders and holds him firm. Great work, Dick. Robin looks at him in confusion. Not just today, but in general. I'm proud of you. Batman releases Robin, who in shock walks away in silence.
That was nice, sir.
Batman removes his cowl as he sits at the computer.
I don't expect we'll be seeing much more of that kind of affection in the future.
Bruce ignores Alfred.
So, are they going to keep the secret, sir?
Yes. Every child deserves a chance at happiness, a place to call home, and a family to care for them.
Very good, sir. Dinner will be served in the dining room in a few minutes.
Okay. I'll be up in a minute. I'm just going to finish up here.
Very good, sir.
Alfred leaves as Bruce looks at the screen of his computer for a few moments. On the screen is a photo of a male and female GCPD officer hugging a small child with a beautiful, rather large smile upon his face. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all have a very happy Father's Day. Thank you. Bye.